Hey guys, today we're going to do a step blend in Illustrator. I also uploaded the Adobe written tutorial onto Google Classroom, but this is a video of me actually doing the step blend in Illustrator with a added rotate effect at the end here. So first thing you need to do is select your pen tool. You can also just hit P on your key commands, and we are going to make kind of a leaf shape. And I'm going to stop there, and then I'm going to Alt drag to duplicate, and then Control click, and you can transform and reflect. Say OK, and that way you have more of a symmetrical leaf. Now it doesn't have to touch exactly, and also it doesn't need to be exactly the same. So I'm going to move that one up and this one out a little bit, and then I'm going to drag this guy down. And this one I'm going to move in. Now you can change this after the fact too, so I'm going to make a step blend. So what I do is now I'm going to select both of them. I'm going to go to my steps, double click, and I'm going to go to specified steps. 12. Okay, oops. And there we have a leaf. So basically, again, what I did, I'm going to go backwards, and in Illustrator, you know, you can just Command Z several times and it will continuously step backwards, but if you're in Photoshop, you have to do Command Alt Z to step backwards continually. I know it's a little bit different. Sometimes I wish that the programmers in Illustrator and Photoshop would talk to each other, but I'm not sure if they're even working together. Okay, so again, select both things that you want to connect with steps, and then come over here to the blend tool. You can see it's the two circles and a square, and double click on that, and then it will come up here with your blend options, and I want you to go to specified steps, and in this box right here you can do whatever number you want to. I found with this particular shape that 12 is working really well. So we're gonna go OK, and then you'll see this little blend icon, and you can just click and click. So it's not a drag, it's a click and a click. And I did it from this anchor point to this anchor point across the leaf. Alright, I know I went through that a little bit fast, but this is why I made a video, so you can kind of go back, pause, rewind, and listen to the directions again, or as many times as you need. So there's the leaf. Now, couple things. You can change the stroke and, of course, the profile of the stroke, which is how your stroke begins and ends. You can see just a slight variation. See how that is like a little bit lighter down here and darker on the top, so I like that. And then you can also change the weight. Now I like it at 1, but that's because I just have a regular stroke on. If I were to use a different brush, which you absolutely can, there's all sorts of effects you can get. So I'm going to go to Brush Libraries, Artistic. I mean, there's 1,000 different options, but you can go to Ink. And that kind of makes it less transparent, or more transparent, so it's not going to be as dark and heavy. And these other ones are very organic. Now this one I do like, but what I notice is a problem is that my stroke is too thick. So I'm going to go to stroke, and I'm going to go down, down, and once you get to 0.25, that's the lowest, that it's going to go before 0. So if you want something lower, that's fine, but you're going to have to enter it specifically. So I kind of like that one. I think I'm going to go to 0.17. That's pretty good. All right, now if you can zoom in, you can see really closely like the distinction and the detail here in your brush, and it looks pretty good. Now you can also do your direct select and move these. Your anchors, and you'll see that your whole leaf will change, and I like that right there. They're sort of together right here, and then they start spreading out down here. So I think that's pretty nice. Now if you want it to be black, that's fine, but you can also of course change the color, do whatever you want. If you want green, blue, I guess it's more purple, red, but I'm going to go black and leave it like that. Okay, now I am going to select everything and I'm going to hit the R, which is rotate. Now, the rotate tool is wonderful for many things. Obviously, you can rotate it just with your selection tool and rotating with the curved arrows that are on the side, but this tool gives you a lot more control. So what you want to do is click on the point where you want it to rotate around, right? So the center point of, if you're thinking about this rotating in a circle, where would the center point be? The 0, 0. It would be right here. So Alt, click, and you want to make sure it's on copy, and then right here, I want you to click 360/9, because it's going to be rotating 360 degrees, and you want 9 leaves, basically. And then you hit copy, and it's going to just give you 1, but if you keep hitting Command D, you'll see this amazing, perfectly balanced rotating leaf. So again, that was Command D to duplicate or repeat the step that you just did in Illustrator. So instead of going back and rotating it every time, you can just hit Command D, and that will tell the program, okay, do that again. What I just did, that action, do that again. Now, that's basically it. If you wanted to select everything and group it, of course you can do that. And make one of them smaller, and then Alt click. Let's say you want to make this one bigger. And then at that point you can do whatever you're going to do with it. If you're doing adding stems or leaves, that's fine. You can change the brushes. My computer is lagging today. And the stroke.